Listen to this. Some people who work in the domestic violence field admit that if they were victims of family violence themselves, they would not choose to report it or choose to go through the system. After finding out what a victim would have to go to 32 different city agencies to get help, the city of San Diego launched a new solution. Because who's going to do that? 32 different agencies. Look at this.
431 DB to 37 Yellow Unit.
Domestic violence happens in every city at any time of the day. Police officer James G. cruises the streets of San Diego working in the Special Domestic Violence Unit.
By the time I or any of my officers that I work with get to a call, most often the women are extremely afraid.
Now here's a picture of a woman who was hit with the frying pan. Just in our unit alone, we're processing and investigating over 200 cases every week. And one of the things we see is the next day, they're denying everything to my detectives. They say, no, it didn't happen. I still love them. And they do. They really do love these people.
I tried yelling for help, and I tried everything, and he would just cover my mouth and beat me harder for yelling or trying to get help.
After 9 years with her abuser, this 21-year-old finally was able to free herself and get help. She came to San Diego's new Family Justice Center, where it is one-stop shopping for victims who need everything, from legal help to food, clothing, and shelter. And if they need it, a safe place for their children.
Time is our enemy. The reality is that the longer it takes to intervene in a family, the worse it gets. The sooner we can intervene, the less likely we are to have serious injuries or death.
San Diego City Attorney Casey Gwinn created this innovative program, 3 floors of social services, all to keep victims of domestic violence safe.
What was happening before we created the Family Justice Center was victims wouldn't make it through the system. They might come to a police department, but they'd never make it to the prosecutor's office. Most of the women that are walking in off the street here today are saying, I need a restraining order.
I just want him to stay away from me. Stay away for good, don't come back.
And we have the people to help them get that restraining order.
If victims need medical attention, they'll be able to get it immediately, right at this facility. And just 2 floors away, special domestic violence attorneys are preparing cases against offenders.
The defendant was yelling at the wife, "You are an effing bitch, you are cheating on me, I'm going to effing kill you." Defendant grabbed his wife by the hair, put a gun to her head, and again says, "I'm going to kill you."
In California, if there's enough evidence, police will arrest the abuser, even if the victim doesn't want to press charges. Casey Gwinn believes that this is important because it actually protects the victim.
Ultimately, we have taken the decision away from the victim, because when the victim had the decision, we were drawing a target on her chest. We were saying to the batterer, the victim is the one that's going to be responsible for you going to jail or you being prosecuted. And we were putting victims in harm's way. You're talking about life and death when you're talking about family violence.
They always tell you, yeah, I love you. I won't do it again. It is different for me because you got to stay away this time. Now I feel like I can breathe and I can be with friends. I could have friends again.
We'll be right back. Oof.